so bad. I don't even know if I want to tell this story. Welcome to my channel. As you saw by the title, today we are doing another first here on the channel. I have been wanting to do a mukbang. I call it a mukbang. I've been wanting to do a mukbang for a long time, and I've never actually had the time to sit down and do it until today. So we have breakfast foods today. I feel like a lot of people don't do breakfast foods. I feel like everyone does like lunch and dinner, fast food. So to be a little different and out of the box, I got breakfast food. And my toast is hiding. When I ordered my food, I've ordered my eggs over medium, didn't get any toast to dip it in. So I had to make myself some toast when I got home for picking it up. So let me just quickly show you what I have, and then I'm going to get everything situated. So we have 2 eggs over medium with 2 sausage links. We have a blueberry muffin that's just a little, well, it's cold now, but it's literally he goes, "Do you want us to grill it?" I was like, "Yeah, grill it a little bit." They really did grill it a little bit. There's like no toastiness to it. And then in the Big John, oh, thank God, I brought up syrup for no reason. And then we have chocolate chip pancakes. So I brought up syrup for no reason. Goodbye. So yeah, I'm just going to leave everything in here because, you know, this is how we do it on the channel, as you know. So yes, let me get everything situated and then I will go into what we're going to discuss. I mean, you saw the title already, so you know, but I wasn't sure if they were going to put butter and syrup in here, so I brought syrup up just in case. And yes, I'm sitting in my room. I know I said in my what I eat in a week video that I don't eat in my room a lot, and that's just turning out to be like just not true recently. I have been spending a lot of time eating up here. For what? I don't know, but it is what it is. So, oh, by the way, I recently found out that butter is not a carb.
Is butter a carb? Yes.
So, yeah, there's that. Don't really know how to go about this. I don't really eat my food in styrofoam carriers. So, we're gonna see how this goes. I was, it's a little background on my plans today. It's MLK Day today, and I don't have work, which is why I'm filming a mukbang instead of working on a Monday. Normally I film on Sundays, like try to film on Sundays, but today I figured I'd get it out of the way and then use, you know, next week to start planning February's content. And I was supposed to hang out with someone today, but those plans changed. So now it doesn't matter what I eat because I'm most likely not leaving my house other than to go pick up my car because she is at the dealership getting fixed. She was supposed to just get an oil change, but last night a tire literally just blew, basically. And it's flat. Like the tire pressure, I had to drop it off last night because I was nervous the tire was going to be too flat to take it in this morning. The tire pressure was at 4. 4! It's supposed to be at like 34, 35. She was at 4. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like practically driving on the ground. But whatever. It is what it is. I wrote a note because I originally only had an oil change scheduled. But it is what it is. It's fine. And Dot is not here right now. She's actually getting fixed. So she's not here to bother me. It's really good. Oh, okay. Before we go into what we're going to talk about, I went to a local diner for this food. And their food is like superior to a lot of the diners in my area. Like, no cap. No cap at all. So, if you saw the title of this video, we're going to be discussing some embarrassing stories of mine. And I'm a little nervous because some of these are like not safe for work, and I know some people at my actual job like do watch my videos sometimes. So if you know me from my full-time childcare job and you see this video, no you didn't. Some of these are not safe for work. Disclaimer. So, I'm going to save, the one that I'm thinking of, I'm going to save for last because it's probably like the craziest and the funniest thing I've ever done in my life. So, I guess we'll start out easy. The first like super embarrassing thing that I've done, and this story is like, it's like, I feel like it's like cute, but it's so stupid. So, when I was younger, I was obsessed with The Little Mermaid. And I wanted to be a mermaid so badly. If you are in my family or a close friend of mine, you know where this is going. So, I wanted to be a mermaid so badly. I used to fill up my tub. Well, I didn't used to fill up my tub. My mom would fill up my tub. The tub. It's not my house. The tub. While I was taking a bath, I would pretend to be swimming. I'd make a mess everywhere. And I get in trouble. But shoot, I was a mermaid. You couldn't tell me anything. I wanted to be a mermaid that badly. And this is the embarrassing part. Every single night, guys, every single night for months, I feel like. It could have been weeks, but for months, I feel like. I would sleep with my legs together and pray every night that my legs would turn into a tail. Just out of nowhere, overnight. I used to wish, like, I would try to manifest a mermaid tail overnight. I would sleep with my legs together, so they would morph into a tail. And every morning, I'd wake up just a little disappointed because I was still human. Fully human. But let me tell you, I was obsessed with The Little Mermaid. Like, to that point. So. Okay. I don't have these stories planned out. The only one I have planned is the one I'm saving for the end. I don't have these planned out. I'm like thinking as I'm going. The next one was embarrassing at the time, not so much now, but when I was in elementary school, if you went to my elementary school and you see this video, no you didn't. There was this boy that I had like a crush on. I'm not going to say his name because I feel like he does watch my videos low key. So we're going to call him Egg White because I'm eating the white of the egg. We're going to call him Egg White. So I had a crush on Egg White, and it turns out Egg White had a crush on me but didn't tell me until I was like 2 weeks from moving away. Like, man up. But anyway, I was like in love with Egg White until I had another crush on another Egg White, but it's fine. And I believe I was in like 2nd or 3rd grade, and I remember it was like gym day, and I went to a private Catholic school. I know. And we had uniforms. And we also had gym uniforms. So, the gym uniforms was literally like sweatpants, a t-shirt, and a sweatshirt with the school name on it. That was honestly, even though I didn't really like gym growing up, that was my favorite day because I got to wear sweatpants. Like, I had to wear sweatpants. Amazing. Amazing. Like, shout out to that school. Even though it's closed down now, which actually made me kind of sad, but it's fine. And it was gym day, and I was kind of, showing off a little bit. And this wasn't even during gym. It was in the classroom. And I was showing off a little bit, because I was so flexible as a child. I was trying to do a split, I think it was a side split or like a front split, whatever. I was trying to do a split, I was never able to actually fully do a split on the floor. Even though I was in karate for X amount of years, I never fully got my split down. Like, pun intended. So I was trying to do a split, showing off for egg white, and I farted. And this boy, instead of just like, you know, laughing it off and moving on, he goes, oh my gosh, I'm gonna tell everyone. And I started to cry. And I was in 3rd grade. So I was like, what, 9? Probably 9. My birthday's always been in the beginning of the school year because it's in November, so it was probably 9. Yeah, because you're 9 in 3rd grade. Because you're 8 in 2nd grade. No. I don't know. But I was in 3rd grade. Way too old to be crying over that. But I was so embarrassed that it happened, I think is why I cried. He goes, oh, I'm going to tell everybody. He never did, so I don't know why he said that to me. That was like really rude now that I'm thinking about it. But he didn't tell anyone. But I cried. And I was sitting at the desk crying. I mean, my teacher didn't say anything to me. I don't think she cared. No key. But he made me cry. I mean, now I look back and I'm like, yo, what an idiot. But it is what it is. I mean, that's embarrassing for a kid. For some reason. It's like, because when we're babies, we fart, obviously without really knowing what it is. And then when we're like young kids, it's like, oh, like you farted, like ha ha ha. But then like as they get older, it's like, ew, like you farted. Like, what do you mean, ew? Everybody farts. Everybody has gas. Everybody's bodies, they do things. So the fact that, first of all, he made me feel bad for it. And second off, I let him. Just makes me mad now. So, Egg White, if you're watching this, I haven't forgotten. I forgive you. Because to this day, he and I are still friends. He's like a brother to me. Because we've been friends basically our whole lives. But, Egg White, if you're watching this, I forgive you. But I haven't forgotten. My life is just honest to God, like, one big, like, I used to say my life was a joke, like, in a negative way. But with my mindset change recently, my life is a joke. Like, my life is funny. Things are just funny sometimes. So I don't mean it with negative connotation anymore. Because life is funny sometimes. You know? The universe is funny sometimes. You just gotta kind of deal with it, you know? So, yeah. So my life is a joke, but in a good way. Like, my life is actually pretty funny. Like, yeah, I cry a lot. But it's not always sadness, you know? Ew, I'm getting annoying. Okay. Next story. This one was recent, actually. It was when I went to my first college. And I was probably, I think, in my very early 20s when this happened. Maybe 22. This is a short one. I was walking up the stairs to the 2nd floor of the main building to take a shortcut to my class. And I had my sister's glass water bottle. First of all, why they even made a glass water bottle, I don't know. Second of all, why my sister bought a glass water bottle, I don't know. But Sarah, I'm still very sorry. But if it makes you feel better, I was extremely humiliated about this, so. I'm walking up the stairs, and ever since this, I will purposely watch myself walk up the stairs. In public settings, especially at school. I tripped walking up the stairs a lot, but I tripped. I fell forward, and there were people on the stairs. There were people on the stairs. And the water bottle shattered. and there was water and glass everywhere. And I think I said out loud, I was like, oops. And I just kept walking. I threw the water bottle away and kept walking. I didn't look back. I did not look back. And I also didn't tell anybody that there was glass and water on the stairs. I don't really know what happened. And that I kind of feel bad for, because I was definitely old enough to know better for that. Like, I was literally in my 20s, but I was so embarrassed. I just kept walking. I was like, that didn't just happen. I'm like, no ma'am. No ma'am, no ma'am. This isn't really an embarrassing, like, story. I think it's more so an embarrassing thing about me. And let's be straight up, it's not even just me, it's the fact that I'm a Scorpio. So, like, when I was, like, younger, and when I mean younger, I mean, like, elementary school, like, age, and middle school, when I had a crush on someone, bro, I was in love with that person, okay? I was in love with them. Nothing else mattered, and everyone knew, because I never kept it to myself. Never. This actually might be the first time that I'm actually keeping a love interest to myself. But everybody would know. It would never be a secret. And it's just kind of embarrassing because, like, I used to crush so hard on people and let them know. Like, hey, so-and-so, I'm in love with you. What are we going to do about it? Like, who did I think I was? Like, hello? I'm going to set this aside. Start going for this muffin that has butter on it. I mean, it's barely even toasted. He said, do you want us to grill it? I'm like, yeah, a little bit. Okay. Anyway. So, it was just embarrassing because, like, everyone would know. Because I had no boundaries. The person would know. So they wanted nothing to do with me. Because I was so, honest to God, I was, like, kind of overbearing. And I don't blame them for not wanting to be around me. No, ma'am. I was, like, low-key nuts. I mean, I still am, but I keep that stuff to myself now. Like, I don't go around telling everybody. I'll tell, like, a few of my friends, like, what's going on. But I was actually, if you don't know, I'm very into astrology and tarot and witchy stuff. And there's a YouTuber on here called Stargirl the Practical Witch. And I watched her 2021 predictions video that she posted back in December. For the crystal that I selected, because it's like pick a crystal, the one that I was drawn to, in that section of the video, she said, like, you're going to, you know, fall into a relationship, but she said to, she didn't say these words, but basically to move in silence. She said to kind of keep it to yourself, because some people could be giving me, like, bad advice, or they could be giving me bad advice on purpose, you know, so, which, you know, of course, not everything is going to be accurate, but a lot of her stuff's been accurate for me. But, so I'm kind of keeping it to myself. One person knows right now about this person that I'm vibing with. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah. So, here's that. So if all of a sudden I just come up with a boyfriend, just know. Just know that I was moving in silence. Until now. The last story I'm going to tell, because I'm really full. I'm going to try to finish this half, but I'm really full. So, before I get too full, or before I have to go to the bathroom, I'm going to tell this last and final story. This is the one that's not safe for work. So this happened almost 2 years ago now. It was February of 2019. I went to a college party and I was over 21. I'm over 21 now. I was 22, right? When this happened, I'm pretty sure. Regardless, I was over 21. And how do I keep this legal? And we go to this college party. I'm not going to say where for obvious reasons. We go to this college party and I'm with, my best friend, and we're with, our group of people. And we get there around like 9 something, 10 o'clock almost. In an hour and a half, I had 2 drinks and 4 something else's. I'm not going to say what those something else's are. If you can put 2 and 2 together, you'll figure it out. If you know the story, then you obviously know. I had 4 something else's on top of the 2 drinks that I had. And if I haven't said it before, I am a whiskey girl. It was a Fireball and Coke. If you haven't tried it, if you like cinnamon, I highly recommend it. It's really good. I mean, if you had a rum and Coke, like Captain Morgan, like, same thing. It's the same thing. It just feels lighter, but whatever. So I had 2 drinks and 4 something else's, and I did all that in an hour and a half. And I didn't mean to. That's the thing I want to make known. I did not mean to go as hard as I did, as fast as I did. I meant to go hard, but not like that. So I felt everything hit me, and I just knew I was going to pass out. And we were in one of the rooms, and I happened to be the only female in the room of a bunch of guys. Now, my friends were in there, but there were also guys in there that I didn't know. So, and I knew I was going to pass out. And the last thing I wanted to do, well, at the time, was pass out. You'll see why. Was pass out in a room full of guys. I'm not saying that they had bad intentions, but, being a woman, I have to, be cautious, unfortunately. I mean, even though, like I said, my friends were there, I mean, I still wanted to take that precaution. So I had good intentions for myself. I get up off of the bed that I'm sitting on, walk to the door, it's open, walk out into the hallway. I walk to the steps, and the next thing I remember is waking up at the bottom of the steps. I blacked out at the top of a full set of stairs and woke up at the bottom. And I have a bunch of different theories as to how I fell, where I didn't A, break something, or B, die. Like, I have no idea how I actually fell. No one knows how I fell. It just happened so fast, apparently. But the way that I woke up, I was on my face was to the floor, and I was flat on my stomach. My ankle was twisted a little bit, but it wasn't hurt. That was just the way it was positioned. And I don't know how I fell, that I didn't severely injure myself or die. I don't know if it was maybe just a straight to the bottom, or if I tumbled. I don't know. I don't know what it was. But, yeah, I woke up at the bottom. And I remember, this is the part that I'm a little iffy about, because I remember opening my eyes, but some of the girls at the party who, watched me land, they said that my eyes never closed, that I was just blacked out. And I'm like, that is creepy. But I remember, opening my eyes, and I'm like, yo, where am I sleeping right now? And I'm like, oh my god, I'm still at the party. And then I, I came to, and I realized I was on the floor. And I'm like, oh, I'm sleeping on the floor. That's weird. And then someone approaches me, because she was in the school to be a nurse, so she had to show off a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. I actually really appreciated her concern. My friends were annoyed with her, but I appreciated her concern. She was like, do you know what just happened? And I'm like, no. And she's like, you just fell down the flight of stairs. I was like, no, I know the explicitive. I did not. I was like, there's no way I did that. She was asking me, like, different questions, like, basically seeing if I had a concussion. That part short, I did not have a concussion. I just had a bad headache, and I did sprain my shoulder, however. I did sprain my shoulder. And then the next weekend, I partied again because my shoulder felt fine. So, yeah, because my friend was like, hey, I'm going to throw a party this weekend. Would you be up to going? I said, if my shoulder feels fine, I will be there. This was obviously before Corona, but I was like, yeah, I'll be there. And I was there the next weekend. Completely fine. My shoulder felt fine. So I wanted to end this video with that story because it's the wildest thing. Like, when people ask me, like, what's the wildest thing you've ever done? That's the wildest thing I've ever done. Or another story that I cannot talk about on this platform while I still have my current job. Nope, cannot do that. But that is one of the wildest things I've ever done. And it's crazy because I genuinely did not mean to do that. And it's just so funny. I mean, it's not, because I honest to God could have died. If I fell the wrong way, I could have broken my neck and died. But it's just so funny because my best friend got mad at her boyfriend for letting me leave the room, and he was so out of it, he had no idea what she was even saying, but she had ended up leaving me there to go to another party, and it's just so funny. Like, I have no, like, bad feelings towards anybody in that situation. It was my own fault. It was my own fault. And, I'm just glad I fell down a flight of carpeted stairs and not my best friend's basement stairs, because her stairs are wooden and it leads to concrete. I probably would have had severe damage to my face or died if I hit my head enough on the concrete floor. So we're thankful that it was carpeted stairs and not wooden stairs. So yeah, that is it. I can't do this anymore. Probably gonna save this muffin though. Oh, I am so full. I'm gonna throw up. Okay. Alright, bananners, thank you so much for joining me on this very first mukbang. Let me know what you think. I don't know if I'll do this again, but I felt like, because a lot of people, they can't, like, talk and eat at the same time. I feel like I do that really well. But anyway, that is it for today's video. If you watched this far, thank you so much. I love you. No, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Join the Banana Bunch. Become a banana today. And listen, if you want me to tell more embarrassing stories, let me know. And I can actually plan it out and not just think off the top of my head. So, because I did a lot of funny stuff as a kid. So, yeah. If you want to know what I'm going to be up to, all my social media will be listed down below like always. And I will see you in the next one. I can't come all the way over there to do this, so bye. What the? There's a piece of the bag in my cup. That's healthy and safe. Oh my gosh. I am getting full. Excuse me. I got syrup on my pants. Gross.